Welcome back, this is Jack, I've got my copy, and we're about to be some Vikings. Anyway, so right now I'm on my lead to go find me some of that Nightshade. It's in East Anglia, which is where I'm at, I'm probably saying that wrong, at a church. I can see one in the distance, so this is my first lead on it. So hopefully we get it. Now, several things worth mentioning. I changed my weapon, I'm not trying to use the axe and shield anymore, I'm instead using a spear I'd found previously. For two reasons. One, it's Way of the Raven. And two, I still like using spears. I was enjoying being able to block, and I still do. I still like the ability to block as much, but I think I'm going to stick with spear for a little bit. And I heard rumors that you can get Gungear, which is the Spear of Odin. You can also get Thor's Hammer from also the rumor. But I am very interested in Gungear, because... yeah, it's Gungear. It's the Spear of Odin. Nothing wrong with that. Incidentally, though, Odin is not my favorite character when it comes to lore within Norse mythology. It's actually Fenrir, which is one of Loki's kids. He's incidentally a villain in most lore mythology, or in the lore of Norse mythology. And the reason why is because he is destined to eat Odin during Ragnarok. So that's like a not a popular thing. There's a key there. I might assassinate him or something. I'm gonna go back this way. I'm still not good at like the blending in mechanics. I get busted all the time. And the reason I've mentioned this before, but the reason why I like Fenrir is his story. So he is... Yeah, I'd have to do a raid to get in. Unless I can go up through there. No raid. Alright. And I don't think there's no treasure in here I'm really worried about. I don't feel like doing a raid. Anyway, so actually doing the quest then. Alright, so I gotta find a graveyard. But anyway, Fenrir is the son of Loki. He's one of three monster kids he had. One is Yogmahide, which is the world snake. Hel, H-E-L, half alive, half dead woman is his daughter, and then Fenrir is his wolf's son. Now, for the record, he is also the father to the mother to Sleipnir, which is an 8-legged horse. And no, it's not just that his wife gave birth to, or he didn't just give birth to a horse. He was a horse at the time. Norse mythology is weird. Cool. Anyway, so Fenrir was regarded as one of the greatest warriors in the stories.
Show me.
Hopefully I don't get busted while I'm doing this. I am not seeing a graveyard here, so this might have been a pointless trip. Although I'm seeing two treasures over there. Actually, that looks like a crypt right there. That's an entrance to the crypt right there. Let's go this way. Me going up should actually make people not notice, trust me, but whatever. So he was regarded as one of the greatest warriors, or one of the greatest assets. I mean, you want to phrase it. But he was considered the most dangerous and the most powerful. He was well respected. All that good jive. So no, it's a dead end. That's unfortunate. But then a prophecy came out that he was Ragnarok prophecy came out that he was supposed to devour Odin. So Norse mythology is filled with I'm gonna guess it's gonna be over here, so we're gonna head over there. It's full of, hey, there's a prophecy for this. We need to react. Oh crap, we made the prophecy come true. Anyway, so they're like, hey, we need to chain down. We need to because they couldn't kill him. They need to restrain Fenrir so he doesn't kill Odin. So they make a challenge of it. They chain him down with a bunch of fetters and chains and stuff. And say, if you could break this, you'll be regarded as a great warrior among Asgardians. They put it on him, he stands up and they break instantly. Right. What do you got next? So they bring in a whole bunch more heavier chains, throw it on him. They said, if you break this, we will consider you the greatest warrior of Asgard. And he's like, alright, whatever. So they put it on him, he stands up, doesn't break. Alright, cool, this is actually a challenge. He stands up and jumps, breaks. It's nothing. Alright, cool, what you got next? So the Norsemen are like, sorry, the Asgardians are like, poop. That's not the way they phrased it. But, how are we gonna restrain him if he's just able to break these fetters like they're nothing? So they go to the dwarves, the same kind of dwarves who made Gungnir, which is Odin's spear, and Mjolnir, which is Thor's hammer, to make something that can restrain him. So they do. They make what looks like a ribbon, just a simple ribbon, but it's made from like 7 impossible things, like the foot
attack on sight here.
The sound of a footfall of a cat, stuff like that. Where can I find this stuff? It says church. Well, I'm gonna go check over here then. If nothing else, there's a relic or something I might find. My rations are full, so I can't do that. And my horse can actually swim now. That's actually an upgrade I did. But anyway, so they restrained him with it, and he's like, well, they first go, hey, we're going to put this on you, you'll be regarded as the greatest warrior of all time, or the strongest or something. And he's like, I don't trust you guys right now, so here's what we're going to do. One of you is going to put your hand in my mouth, and if I can't break it and you refuse to release me, I'm going to bite that hand off. And no one was willing to do it until Tyr, the god of justice, steps up and says, all right.
This young spawn must die.
I don't think I can handle that. I am exiting this beast's lair. I'm trying to, at least. Alright, I succeeded in escaping that. At least I found it. Anyway, yeah, this is still East Anglia, so I milestone one of the tags people did. Alright, we're gonna go check that one out while I talk. Now I pop my ankle. So he tries, and the harder he pulls, the stronger the ribbon gets. And when it's revealed he couldn't break, when he finally gave up, he's like, all right, let me go. And they refused to, like you would expect, because they were trying to restrain him anyway. So when they refused to, he bit off Tyr's hand, the god of justice, once again. Sorry, I was just checking the horse's health. What I've been looking for? No, this is just something
please. We'll die without blood meat.
Alright, I'm not gonna deal with that. It's just a random quest. So the last place I can think of is all the way over here. It's probably like a high level area or something. Yeah, that's a keep, so that's a no. I'm just gonna keep riding around until I find it. I might just fast forward it. Anyway, let me finish the story. So they like chain him up and they spear his mouth closed. They do all these horrible things, but he is still destined to break free and devour Odin at Ragnarok. Now, once again, I mentioned before, Ragnarok is not the end times. Yeah, Ragnarok is not the end times. Ragnarok, not just the end times. Sorry, it's also think of it as a new beginning, because Viking warriors are not just about death in their head; they're also about the chance of rebirth and resurrection. But anyway, so the reason why I like the story of Fenrir so much is it means a lot to me in the regards. So the greatest warrior, one of the greatest warriors, one of the most dangerous warriors, whatever you want to phrase it, in all of Norse mythology, could only be restrained by something as simple as a ribbon. A ribbon being the symbol of comfort, for lack of a better description. And they weren't able to restrain him until justice itself lied and betrayed him. And then him breaking free of that comfort signals the end times. That kind of like sows me with actually with government itself, when the comforts of civilization no longer appease the masses, they eventually will. Oh, okay, this is one of the glitch areas. I might go ahead and do that. I'll come back to that. That'll be the next video, because I really want to find this. I want to continue the way of Beserker. Or I'll do a video of me doing those. With government, when the masses are unable to be restrained by with matters of comfort, then that's what they're going to do. It destroys the power base or whatever you want to call it. Is this also East Essex? All right, Kingsbury. I gotta guess because I think that's actually where I found that king. But yeah, that's one of the reasons why I like the story. It's not saying you gotta sacrifice your comforts. It's just you have to. Yeah, you can take it to mean a lot of things. It's just a story I always enjoy. Now, once again, technically Fenrir is a villain. In fact, in Thor Ragnarok, you see him as like this undead wolf that was fighting Hulk and was doing some real damage to him. It's actually the first probably difficult fight after Abomination you've seen him have. Up till that point, you just see him tossing people around. So until Thanos, he has his next difficult fight. In fact, he actually never beat the undead Fenrir. He just kind of threw him over the side of Asgard, which, as we've seen with Loki, isn't necessarily a death. All right, oh yeah, so this is a church. Cool. / graveyard. Let's...
Show me what lies ahead.
Sorry, it took so long. But yeah, so that's what we've seen. So it's entirely possible Fenrir may come up. Now, mind you, they did retcon who Hell is and words. And Fenrir.
This place is heavily gone. Nightshade has a distinct stench.
So it's entirely.
That's enough, Nightshade. Foul-smelling herb.
So
I should meet Bjorn.
It's entirely possible that they won't have the world snake as a thing, or if they do, it won't be one of Loki's kids, which would make sense within the lore that they're going with. Let me just go jump back on my horse. But yeah, but that's obviously this is not the MCU and stuff. I just wanted to talk about, because we're talking about Norse mythology. But yeah, you can't trust the MCU for a lot of the lore anyway. Like in the comic books, the movies are very true to the comic books. Great on them. But when it actually comes to Norse mythology, they're very inaccurate. So one good example is Thor is known for having red hair, not blonde. Heimdall, played by Idris Elba. Well, Heimdall in the Norse mythology is supposed to be the palest of all of them. Stuff like that. There's just like I like you kind of keep going of like inconsistencies. Thor's got 2 kids. Thor in Norse mythology marries Lady Sif. Instead, he's got this human love interest, and Thor does respect Midgard. Like he respects the warriors, but he's nowhere near like how he is in the comics. So, mind you, this is Norse mythology. They can take all the liberties they want. They also have Hercules in Marvel Comics. They haven't done anything with him yet, obviously. But there was like a scene at the end of a comic they do once where it was an arm wrestling match between Thor and Hercules to see who's stronger, and it was inconclusive. Like just their arm wrestling match was destroying the environment around them. Why I have no clue, but that's what was happening. So, mind you, Thor's gotten a lot more powerful since those days. I don't know what they've done with Hercules. Thor, last I checked, has the Odin Force. I think this is an area where I cleared up the curse. Thor currently has the Odin Force, making him insanely powerful.
Here is promised.
And to take it to the next level, Asgardians get more powerful as they age.
Good. It has the power we need for the coming ritual. Nearly done.
This is going to be an interesting ritual.
The skulls say Odin hung himself on a tree much like this. He lived, though. Most die.
Yggdrasil. The world tree. Odin's gallows. The place where life and death are one.
Yeah, Odin did a lot of things just for knowledge. Sacrificed his eye.
Ride with me, Raven. The Sather awaits.
I wonder what this is going to do for me. I I do want one of those. Mind you, I also want a gourd. You know, like you'll see them in a lot of like Asian lore. You'll have like that one drunk or that person, or you'll see them
Berserker
drink
brew
from it.
hits hard. It may open your eyes to the spirit
Oh,
realm.
great! She already has a history with the
It
spirit
may
realm.
turn you into a savage beast. Whatever happens, face it without fear.
Oh, berserkers in lore and like history are scary. Like there's stories of them continuing to fight after they lost their head for a while. Like them referring to him as the berserker is scary concept. Also, I found out something about the equipment I'll get into after this.
How are you cold? You bear skins, you wolf shirts, you tasters of blood.
Am I the one who kind of wonders what that tasted like? Because there's Nightshade in it, which in the right quantities is supposed to be
We
poisonous.
are the shield biters, wall breakers, born in battle's flood.
That's actually really poisonous.
What do you fight for, you bearskins?
You wolf shirts, you drinkers of blood.
We fight for glory, we shield biters.
Wall breakers, born in battle's flood.
Ow! What did I do to you? Oh, I'm barefisting this. That was a bad joke on my part. That was too. Oh, that's him. Actually doing surprisingly well. I say that just as I get my butt. Mind you, that was one of the unblockables. Ow! I got leather. Please tell me I didn't just kill Bjorn. Mind you, I was fist fighting. I don't think I'd be able to kill him like that. Just gonna take a nap. I just fought a spirit bear. Gonna take a nap. He's just up there chilling. He's clearly used to it.
I've been close to death many times, but this was different. Ugh, feels like a Jotun kicked my head in.
Tis
Name of
glorious, is it
Asgardians.
not?
The gods
Beserker
themselves.
brew does not agree with my belly.
But you live still. Can you feel the power of the bear's blood coursing through your veins?
Yes, but you were a bear.
And the bear power courses through me still.
I'm ready. Where to?
The Mercians who slew my wife cowered in Beodoritsworth. We shall kill them all. With me! Ma!
Real fast, the equipment thing I was going to tell you about. You all probably already knew this. I didn't. So you look at the top of the thing, right over the words Raven, Clan, Bracers, you'll see the symbol of a raven. And then the Huntsman Vibruses, you'll see a wolf. There's also a bear. That tells you what class it is. And
Y'all will taste mercy and blood.
Show me what you can do, Beserker.
do this right here real fast. And that will provide different bonuses depending on not only the set, but also what you've been taking in skills. Like you've been seeing me do a lot of Raven stuff. That's part of the reason I switched to the spear, because the axe I've been doing was bear the whole time, or wolf, one of the two. The spear is Raven. Not to mention it gives a bonus to me dodging. So that was part of it, and just other stuff. So anyway, that's the end of this one. Next one, we're going to go into actually doing the Berserk stuff. I'm sorry there was no actual fighting in this one. It was just me running around. Oh, okay, there was fighting me and the bear. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. Thanks for watching. You can find all my social media stuff down in the bottom. Please like, subscribe, share. You know the spiel.